What if the T-Rex ruled the Earth today? It's 6:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Your alarm goes off, and as you wake up, you hear a deafening roar that shakes the ground beneath you. It's not an earthquake, not an airplane. It's an adult T-Rex, the most famous predator in history, walking right outside your house through your city. Can you imagine that? Today, we'll explore what life would be like if Tyrannosaurus rex had survived extinction and become the true ruler of Earth, above lions, wolves, and many more. The king of the dinosaurs. The T-Rex lived around 66 million years ago, grew up to 12 meters long, and weighed over 9 tons. Its jaws could deliver more than 6 tons of bite force, enough to pulverize bones. But what if that Jurassic monster were still alive today? How would our daily lives change with such a dangerous creature out there? Changes in the food chain. First and foremost, the T-Rex would sit at the top of the food chain, pushing aside today's apex predators like lions, great white sharks, and even polar bears. In fact, many of these animals might decline or disappear after being eliminated by the T-Rex. Animals such as elephants, buffalo, or even young whales could become prey. Ecosystems would be completely reorganized. Wherever a T-Rex roamed, large herds of herbivores wouldn't last long. It's likely it would destroy everything in its path. This would mean that huge parts of natural habitats would transform entirely. Cities under threat. Picture a T-Rex walking through New York, Mexico City, or Tokyo. Skyscrapers would be the only things tall enough to hide it. Cars and buses wouldn't last a second against its bite. Emergency sirens would sound as if a hurricane or earthquake were striking every time one appeared. Humans would have to build underground shelters or massive defense systems just to survive in its presence. But what about the most vulnerable populations? Those without the resources to build bunkers or safe spaces. That's where the problem begins. There would be countless attacks by these creatures. The army versus the T-Rex. Could humanity really fight back against them? Powerful nations like the United States have massive armies and advanced weapons. But what would happen then? Sure, a single tank or helicopter could take down a T-Rex. But what if there were hundreds of thousands spread across the globe? Global alliances would be necessary, almost as if we were at war with another intelligent species. Even the most advanced military technology would need to adapt to these beasts. With this in mind, we can assume there would be constant alerts and curfews for citizens in areas where T-Rex encounters were most likely. A domesticated T-Rex. Now imagine an alternate scenario. Humans managed to domesticate the T-Rex. Using it for transportation would be faster than riding a horse. In wars, it could serve as a kind of biological tank. Or it might become a tourist attraction, like something straight out of Jurassic Park. On the darker side, there would be illegal auctions and black markets worldwide. It could even become one of the most desired pets or gifts for children and teenagers. If Tyrannosaurus rex could be tamed, would you ride one? It would certainly be thrilling, an adrenaline-packed activity like no other. But of course, how do you tame an animal with a bite powerful enough to crush a bus? Impact on science and technology. If T-Rex were alive today, paleontologists wouldn't study fossils. They'd study living giants. Modern biology would be obsessed with its DNA, trying to understand how it survived extinction, and even how to improve it. Medicine would need to develop treatments and antivenoms for colossal wounds. It might even inspire breakthroughs in bioengineering and defensive weapons. Competing with humans. The T-Rex wouldn't just be another predator, it would compete directly with humans for control of territory. With its ferocity, its instinct to dominate as the top predator would quickly surface. Entire cities might need to relocate or be redesigned. There would probably be forbidden zones, territories ruled exclusively by these giants. And the curious ones who entered? Well, you can probably imagine how that experience would end. In short, we would no longer be the undisputed rulers of Earth. An alternate world. In a world ruled by T-Rex, movies, books, and video games, wouldn't imagine it as an extinct monster, but as a real, everyday threat. Culture would revolve around surviving or coexisting with them. We might even have created myths and religions around the king of the dinosaurs. Zoos. Some T-Rex might be captured and taken to special zoos, chained so that dinosaur enthusiasts living in areas without sightings could see them and experience the planet's most terrifying predator up close. Now, let's visualize some images of what our life with these creatures would look like. Conclusion. If the T-Rex ruled the Earth today, our planet would be a wild, dangerous, and fascinating place. There would be no certainties, no safe cities. Every day would be a fight for survival against the most famous predator in history. In the end, the question isn't just what would happen if the T-Rex ruled the Earth, but rather, could humanity survive its reign?